Beauty and the Beast as a story is universal, everybody knows it, and I guess everyone will be extremely intrigued to see what we've done with our interpretation. And also, you know, it's sort of the first time Beauty and the Beast is being remade in this modern day with all this technology, so we've had these amazing special effects, CGI, and it just looks fantastic. It's a very graphic novel. He is human at heart. He's just got this chemical build-up inside him, which is making him this sort of fierce killing machine on this tipping point. But with this beast, that chemical imbalance comes out when his instinct is to protect or to save or to kill if he feels threatened. You know, every other time he's Vincent, he's just keeping himself at bay. He's calm. He's the same man he used to be. So I guess that's our new take on this role, a modernized version. I kind of wanted to bring my beast back and make him as relatable to the human being as possible. And so I took a lot of domestic animal sort of traits, you know, from dogs, cats, something that, you know, viewers would really sort of, I guess, relate to or understand. I actually watched the show back in the day with my nan. I used to go home from school and watch Beauty and the Beast. So knowing that this is a reimagination of that original series is it's very exciting. I feel quite honoured to be able to put my twist on a new Beast role. The show is rooted in Catherine's sort of doings, which is where the procedural part comes in. She's been a cop in New York City. And I guess the Beast role comes in as, I guess, a side of that is that's how she finds him in his lair is through sort of doing these investigations. And I guess Vincent has been in hiding for the last 7 or 8 years, and to make him feel, you know, worth something or that he's actually part of this community, he goes out and tries to help people in any way he can. But in the doing so, he leaves behind traces of his fingerprints, his hair samples. And I guess that's where the two stories collide. He will be getting involved to an extent, but at the same time, he has to be very careful, you know, that he doesn't let anybody else in on who he is or where he is. Because there's this very sort of looming dark character of Murfield, who are these government agencies that are after the last sort of super soldier that's got away, which is Vincent. So he's got to be very careful in his doings and where he lays his paw prints, really, you know. That's going to be the most exciting part, is sort of feeling our way between those two characters and finding what their relationship is, and how they help each other out, I guess. I was talking to the executive producer about this and one of the writers, and saying, you know, how far in the romantic love story can we go before the Beast sort of takes over? And that is quite a serious issue there between Catherine and Vincent. I mean, he's so worried about, you know, being close to anybody, and especially this beautiful creature, this woman that is, you know, giving him hope. So, you know, that's kind of the feeling out of the beginnings of their relationship, is how far can they go, and can he trust himself to, you know, not attack her. I had a dialect coach who was fantastic, and also a drama teacher as well. So she spoke to me a lot about, you know, what animals, you know, am I going to pinpoint? But I guess in the backstory of the military sort of experiment, they would have been taking DNA from all sorts of animals. You know, it was just a big muck up. So it gives me range as well to sort of, you know, go within the series and give him that fierce side, that murderous, beastly side, but also that kind of loving, cute pet side, which has to be there for Catherine to trust him and be intrigued by him, I think. Kristen and I really hit it off, and we sort of, I guess we sort of work on the same level. So we're very efficient and professional when we get on set. So we're both sort of shooting for the same goals. And the chemistry is naturally there. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, and Yeah, I'm a lucky man to be able to play opposite her. Through the long process of the casting, that was one of the big things that the network and the studio wanted to test, was the chemistry. I was in New Zealand at the time, and they flew me over to do the first read in front of everybody. I flew back within 24 hours, and I got a call like 16 hours later saying, get back on the plane, you're coming to do a chemistry read. And I'd never done a chemistry read before. I guess it's a very US sort of thing. So yeah, I had no idea what a chemistry read was. I sort of thought maybe it was what it was, but yeah. So I went in, and because my hair was like this from doing another job, they popped this wig on me. I guess sort of beastly-esque. So the first time I met Kristen, I had this huge Mel Gibson-esque wig on, and I thought, this is not going to go well. She is not going to have any chemistry with me with this wig on. But luckily, she's a true professional. She saw through it, and yeah, we worked together. Less is more, so we don't see a lot of that violence. It's just kind of, just give a little taste to the audience. It's kind of that Jaws effect thing. It's more scary if you don't actually see it. I think we're going to get a much younger audience through, that will be interested in it, and also an audience that watched the original CBS version, which I was one of myself. So I think it has a broad spectrum for, a whole lot of different people. And there's a lot of male energy in it, a lot of female energy. So, hopefully it's something that a couple can sit down and watch, or even a couple with a couple of young kids can sit down and watch. There'll be something in it for everybody.